Okay, so intelligent me, I just figured out, oh yeah, I've got the other charge or the other phone charged. I could just hotspot to it. But although I do recollect why I don't much to choose to go that route either, is because the lighting on this phone stinks. As you can tell, I'm actually in my restroom trying to share with you guys now, and the lighting still stinks, although this area is well lit. So, with that said, um, it is what it is. Um, so, I'm going to resort to this phone momentarily to try to continue my message. But the point being is, you know, as I've gradually been allowing this process to take course, and it's been kind of really, it's a big internal struggle for myself. Um, Due to traditional, experiences and what my family's taught me, and out of respect for that, as well as out of respect for myself, is some topics can be very much a challenge to discuss with general public and to truly be authentic. Although I'm a very honest and straightforward individual, and I'm a fairly confident individual and very passionate, as I even can find these things to be a struggle because, of course, just like anybody else, I've got those secret interferers of what other people are going to perhaps think of me. But once you get to a certain point, those things stop mattering so much, especially the older you get. I think some of that I do owe to age. It's because with every year that progresses, I find it easier and easier to be more myself and to care less and less what other individuals think of me, because I realize through life's experiences that I will never ever be good enough. I will forever have judgments placed upon me due to the opinions and assumptions of others that haven't walked a mile in my shoes, that know nothing about me. So to me, it's more about being more true to myself, being more me. I feel like I owe me that. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that, in a sense, a synchronicity kind of happened because, I follow many individuals. I subscribe to many channels to do research, etc. And this was an individual who I believe she's actually a medium, psychic, what have you, is that she was discussing and actually came forth with no makeup and stuff. Well, I do that pretty often nowadays because I don't care what others think. And I'm fairly confident in my own God given natural beauty, is that I don't feel I need to hide behind a mask with anyone. So I've been very much embracing that and allowing myself to go through the process of being vulnerable, just like she was talking about, and what she was doing with her followers was that being herself. She really wasn't feeling worth a crap, had some stuff going on, and she allowed herself to be more vulnerable to the general, masses, if you will, and to be a bit more of herself. And I do believe on a deeper spiritual level that really is a huge part of the process, which is why I want to share with you guys, is because I've already shared it on my Sing app prior to running and stumbling across her stuff. It was already something in my heart to, get out the word, so to speak. Because, in all honesty, and if you guys, if any of you listen to Bashar Abraham Hicks teachings, there's one I just recently stumbled across as well, and I believe it was some kind of mixture deal where it had this exposure thing going on. You will always be judged. It's really cool though. So if you were to type in Bashar, I believe, with Abraham Hicks and exposure, you'd probably discover that video, or I will try to remember to include it in the description or comment thread down below for you guys. Because really, seriously, you think about it, you will never be good enough for anybody. Somebody will always, due to their own opinions and assumptions of you, will always find a reason to judge you. And I believe it's up to us personally. We owe it to ourselves to be more authentic and to be more transparent. not for others' sake, but for yourself. And to not place so much value on the opinions of others. Because for heaven's sake, there's always going to be another freaking opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, pardon my language, but you get my drift. So I think it's really important to hold your own personal opinion. And sorry, we're going to go in the dark now. Like I said, this phone lighting stinks. But to place your own value yourself above that of others, and to allow yourself to be vulnerable in that state and to be more authentic with yourself on a deeper spiritual level. I do believe it's an important part of the process, which is why I address it now. Because you can walk through life trying to please others, and Lord knows I have. You know, there are certain individuals, I'm not going to name names and go into detail, that I gave my all for, that never appreciated me in return, no matter how much I strive to, get that love in return, that they just didn't value me, no matter what I would do to please them. So in the end, I've learned it really is more important for me to be true to myself. I'd rather be, kind of like I stated on my open mic recording on my Sing app, said I'd rather be the sinner, the one who makes mistakes, and the one able to be honest and straightforward about it with you guys, rather than be the hypocrite and sinner that hides behind closed doors and that still goes to church on Wednesday and Sundays. I'd rather be that person. So if I'm wrong for that, then so be it. Because I know too many individuals that will say they're this or they're that throw stones at glass houses, so to speak, or poke their brethren's eye out for the very same things they do. But yet they knock them. And I just feel hypocrites, that is one thing I cannot stand. I'm not going to go into people I know personally that do that because I don't want to be gossipy, but that's a very big deal that's like near and dear to me, a topic that irritates the living out of me. That, yeah. So be true to yourself. I think you owe it to you, is where I'm trying to go with this. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, and if people really appreciate you, you're going to find you make many acquaintances in life, but you will seldom have very many real friends. And the majority of you will be able to count those on one hand. You may not even have that many. I don't. That I truly value and know people I can trust that are not going to judge me, that love me for me, and truly value me as a person. Those are very few and far between. So unless you're a person that's looking for people to kiss your butt or to love you irregardless, then just be you. I don't know about you. I'd rather, at the end of the day, I'd rather have someone value me completely as a total package for who I am than who I appear to be. So anyway, just food for thought for the evening. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here, but seriously, I challenge you to be a little bit more of who you are. One of the hardest things for me has been to say some of my downfalls. I'm gradually breaking out about the smoking weed. I shared my drinking. I've sang in public, and I'm not the best. Just a few examples. And smoking marijuana alone is something to be frowned on in my family. And this is not something I really do that often. If anything, I've done it more now, like even in my Sing video, I did it, but more for the sake of validation for myself, was because I do that sometimes. I do. Regardless of what others think of it, I do that sometimes. Because, for one, I've had an ex who's done it the entire time I've been with him, who always offers it to me. So occasionally I do. Even though I frowned on it initially, I've learned to kind of appreciate it. For two, medically, now that I know that on a medicinal level, the aspects of marijuana, yes, it's starting to grow on me a little bit. But aside from sharing on a couple sing videos, I joined others that were doing it. I normally don't smoke on a daily basis. I don't. Matter of fact, one of the last times had been 3, 4, 5 months ago. I mean, my ex will still offer even now, and I'm like, no, I'm cool, because I know energy-wise it'll bring me down, and I won't get nothing accomplished. And I already have a struggle with, on an energetic level, getting things done, especially due to the health and the physical disability kind of holding me back a little bit. So I know better, than to go there. But I am learning to be more honest, not only with myself, more authentic and more vulnerable, and, gradually, despite what I know others may think of me, because it just doesn't matter anymore. Not because I don't respect myself and others or my family, but it's because I owe it to myself. So I do challenge you guys to embrace being more of you. If this resonates with you, I challenge you to be more of you. And I think you'll find like a huge relief, and you will find that, it's not as bad as you think to be yourself and to be honest with yourself as well. So anyway, much love to you guys. Just food for thought for now. Sorry, my nose is tickling like crazy all of a sudden. I've had some bad allergy issues lately and some sinus drainage. I don't know if it's part of ascension symptoms or just my normal one time a year thing I normally go through for several weeks to a month. But it's driving me insane. So anyway, much love you guys. And if I think of anything else comes into my train of thought, I will be sure to share with you guys. As always, much love. You take care of you. Take very good care of you in the meantime. Much love and light to all. Namaste.